Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to all. After Eid vacations, I'm here. Hope you all are quite good. This is Mehdi Hassan, Assistant Teacher English. Here I am with you. Simple complex compound for class 9, 10 and HSC. Dear students and my viewers, colleagues, see, there is another rules for you. Here, simple complex compound. After the class, you will easily know, or you can easily change simple to complex, complex to compounds. Here, no more words. Let's go. Let's start it. Simple sentence without plus gerund. In complex sentence, how to change it, and in compound sentence, how to change it. First of all, without plus gerund. If you find without plus gerund, you must change E plus negative word. Or if you find unless plus affirmative, you have to change in simple sentence without plus gerund. But in compound sentence, you see here you needn't write if plus negative or unless plus affirmative or without plus gerund. You just write V1, the first part of the sentence is V1, that means present form of the verb. Then you will write down till, comma, and then write down or, and then subject to rest part of the sentences. Okay, no more words. Let's start it. Let's see our V's or example. First one here is the questions for you. See your complex sentence. If you do not work hard, you cannot write your future. So here you get if form. Okay, so it's the technique, and you must identify it. Okay, I give a red mark. If plus, it's a negative form. Then you have to write down in simple sentence without. That means no need to write E plus negative part. You will write only without. Then see, first part of the sentence is verb. Your verb is work. Okay, your verb is work. Work. And then you will write down in gerund form without plus working. Because without is a type of prepositions, and after without, the verb should be go for ing. Okay, so you must write without first, then here verb is work, and the ing form should be working, and you will write down hard, without working hard. And then you no need to change the rest part of the sentences. No need to change. You cannot write your future. But you can find the questions in alternate way or in another way. Suppose you can find the questions like that. You cannot write your future if you do not work it. The first part should be in the last part, and the last part should be in the first part. It doesn't matter for you. You will write down this according to the rules. First you have to write down without plus V1 plus ing. Okay, then you write down the another part of the sentence. Or you can write down, you cannot write your future without working hard. This sentence would be also correct. Simple complex compound, you will just go for specific rules, but sentence doesn't matter if the part is first or if the part would be last. It doesn't matter. Okay. Then come to our compound sentence. Here in the compound sentence, you will write down only V1. See here V1. So first part of the sentence is where the verb, here verb is working. And you will write down only V1 here. So working, the present form of the verb must be work. You write down only work. Okay, then you will write down the extension part, that means heard till comma, and then instead of comma you will write down or. Okay, or. Then you needn't change the rest part of the sentences. So the rest part of the sentences should be the same. You cannot That's the answer. Okay? Have you got it? I hope you all have got it. It's very easy to you. In compound sentence, you have to take the main verb of the first part sentence. See, here the first part without working hard. Comma till comma should be the first part of the sentence, and after the comma should be the last part of the sentence. So here comma, you will write down the first part of the sentence, and where the verb is there, working. Okay, then you write down just work hard. Okay, then or, and write the rest part of the sentences. Okay, see the next example. Unless you work hard, you cannot be successful in life. Here you also see, here you got unless. If you got unless, it also would be the same things. Okay. So you will write down without. In simple sentence, instead of unless, you will use without. Then you will write down the gerund form of the verb. Here, verb is work, and the verb should be working. Without working, hurt. Then write the rest part of the sentence. You cannot be successful in life. Okay, that's it. And then come to our compound sentence. How to make it compound sentence from this part of the sentence. Here see you without plus gerund. If you find without plus gerund in compound sentence, you must write or. First of all, what you will do the present form of the first part of the sentences. Here the verb is working, so the working, the present form is work. Okay, you will write down work. Then you will write down hurt. Then you will write down or, because you got comma. If you find without plus gerund in comma, you have to change or. Okay, or. You cannot be this is the rules of without, unless, or. Okay. First, simple sentence without plus gerund, you have to remind yourself, and the complex sentence, you have to use unless. If you find without plus gerund, you will use unless plus affirmative. Okay. Then you will write down the rest part of the sentence, and then in compound sentence, see here you will firstly you will write down the first part of the verb. The verb should be present form, and then you will write the rest part till comma, and you will write or, and then the subject to rest part of the sentences. Okay, thank you. Then come to our next rules, students. It's simple sentence, see Shomoy. The rules name in Shomoy, that means time. Here you know the time is, here you know the time may be short, long, and the time may be depend on the person. Okay, see here the time may be long time, ব্যাপক সময়, that means ব্যাপক সময়. In or during. Okay, plus সময় plus subject to extension part. Okay. See, in complex sentence you will write down when or why, plus সময় plus plus it. In that sense, in compound sentence, it was plus okay, see. Here if you find time, that means time is long, short. Here you find long time, in or during. You must use in or during. And if you find in or during plus time, then you will have to write down when or why. Okay. Then you will write down it plus subject, it or subject plus verb to extensions. Okay. Then in compound sentence, you will write down it was plus time plus and plus subject to extensions. Here it is ব্যাপক সময়, that means long time. In short time, at the time of or at plus বয়স or সমান। Subject to extensions. Okay, now see, in this rules you will find long time or short time. In long period of time you will write down firstly in or during. You can also write down after the subject to extensions, and that means you will write down subject to extensions, then you can write in plus time. See, example, see here, when it was autumn the cuckoo sings. So what type of sentence is this? Must be complex, because here you find when. Okay, in complex sentence you will find some mark, subordinate clause mark here. Here the clause mark is when. Then in simple sentence, first of all you have to write down, it's a long time because autumn is a full season when the cuckoo sings. So it's the full season and it's called a long time. So we can write in autumn. You needn't do anything else, okay? You just write down the rest part of the sentence. In autumn, the cuckoo sings. It's very easier to you. In autumn, the cuckoo sings. Okay, then compound sentence. In compound sentence, first of all, you have to write down each was, because cuckoo isn't he or she. We can use it. In the pronoun of cuckoo, we can use it. So we can use it. It was autumn, and in compound sentence there is no comma. Okay, you will write down just and, but, or. So in the sentence we will use and the cuckoo sings. That's it, my dear students. I hope you all have got my point. Then come to another example according to the rules. See, in Pohela Boishak, the roads get jam-packed. Here you have to change it complex plus compound. First of all, see, in Pohela Boishak, the roads get jam-packed. Want to change yourself? Want to try yourself? Okay. First of all, see how to change this sentence. In Pohela Boishakh, the roads get jam-packed. You can write down the subject to rest part of the sentence, that means second part of the sentence. And the roads, that means the roads get jam-packed. And then you can write down when Pohela Boishakh. Okay, when it was Pohela Boishakh. Then we can write down say, we can also change like that. When it was Pohela Boishakh, you will just write down the rest part of the sentences. The roads get jam-packed. That's and when it was Pohela Boishakh, the roads get jam-packed. That means you find in plus time. If you find in plus time in complex sentence, you have to write down first of all when plus it was, or when plus subject plus was plus then time. And no need to change the another part or the rest part of the sentences. Okay, clear it? Thank you. But in compound sentence, you have to omit when it was. Okay, you have to omit when. So you have to omit when, because when is a subordinate mark, so you have to change it when. You have to change when, then you will write down it was Pohela Boishakh, write down the till comma. It was Pohela Boishakh, and you will write down and instead of comma, and the roads get jam-packed. Okay, thank you, my dear students. Hope you also have got my rules. You also have got these rules. It's very easier to you. You will just keep in mind that in plus time, that you will change in complex sentence when plus it was plus time. Okay, and in compound sentence you will just remind yourself it was, when, or in. It should be omitted. You will write down just it was plus time and then write down the rest part of the sentences. So we have also completed or accomplished the another rules, and then come to our next rules. Two ... 2. It's very easy rules. Yes, see 2 ... 2, and you will change so ... that, and you will change very ... and. Okay. Elaborately see In the sentence, simple sentence, you will see subject plus verb plus to plus adjective or adverb plus to plus verb. Okay. In complex sentence, you will see subject থেকে to পর্যন্ত প্লাস সো টু উঠে যাবে প্লাস adjective or adverb plus that to উঠে যাবে plus subject plus cannot or could not plus verb plus extensions. If the sentence is positive form or affirmative form, then these rules should be applicable. Okay, in compound sentence, subject থেকে to অথবা so পর্যন্ত plus adjective or adverb plus very to or so উঠে যাবে plus and plus subject to extension. Okay, these are the rules. Here you will deeply or minutely concentrate on these rules. Two or two. If you find two or two in a sentence or in your questions, then you will write down so. In the change of two, you will write down so, and in the change of two, you will write down that. That's it. And in compound sentence, if you find so or two, you will write down only very and then rest part, and then you will write down that, and you will write down and instead of that or two. That's it. You see, example, he was or he is too weak to speak. He is too weak to speak in complex sentence, and at the same time you will write down in compound sentence. We will have to make it in a compound sentence. So here, get your point. Just see two. If you find two, then you will write down so, and then if you find two, then you will write down that. Not only that, you have to write down subject plus cannot or couldn't. If you find out the verb is present, then you write down cannot and the verb, and if the verb is past, then you write down the past form of the sentences. So in compound sentence, in complex sentence, you have to write down he too, he, that means subject, then write down till to, that means verb, and write down so, write down requisite adjective and write down that, and we write down again subject, write down cannot speak. Here the sentence. And in compound sentence, you will write down subject, then verb, write down very instead of so. Instead of so, you will write down very. Then write down weak requisite adjective, and then write down and write down subject to this part of the sentence. Okay, I think you got my point. Here we just change to so. In compound sentence, you will write down very. Again, in complex sentence, you will write down so instead of to. Then in complex sentence, you have to change, and you have to do another things. That means you have to do subject plus cannot or could not. You have to write it subject plus cannot or could not. Otherwise, the sentence wouldn't be correct. So that's it. And then try to another questions. Try to solve another questions. Here the questions is simple. The poem was too difficult to memorize it. You have to make it in complex sentence. In the same way, see here you find two. If you find two, you will write down so. If you find two, you will write down that. So it's very easy. Just take this technique, and first of all, write down subject, write down verb, requisite verb, write down so. Instead of to, write down adjective form, write down that. Okay, in this case, after that is a clause mark. After that, you have to write down subject plus cannot or could not. Otherwise, your sentence wouldn't be corrected. So, you will write down subject first, subject. You can write down the students. The students is subject, and you will write down could not. Why it is could not? Because there is a verb past form, so we will receive could not. It's a past form. We could not memorize it. Okay, that's it. Hope you understood my classes and these rules. I will come to another part of the rules or another rules the next class. Then, but I want to give you some HW at home. The HW is make it into complex and compounds. Okay. Make it into complex and compounds. Okay, this 3 for you as homework at home. So, thank you all. Thank you for enjoying my class. Thank you.